Imagine, in the midst of life's turbulent storms, you can become a peaceful refuge where chaos cannot penetrate. This is the essence of cultivating discernment, developing an unwavering spirit against life's unpredictability. The teachings of the Bible illuminate how we can nurture a state of inner calm, enabling us to remain undisturbed by external turmoil. Why should we draw a line between what we can control and what remains beyond our grasp? As Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1 states, "To everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven." Our inner peace relies on concentrating solely on what lies within our control, our thoughts and actions, while acknowledging the limits of our influence over external circumstances. Outcomes may often escape our grasp, but our perspective and responses are always ours to govern. The core biblical teachings guide us to understand that true virtue forms the essence of a fulfilling life, steering us away from the chase of temporary desires. Our judgments give depth to the events that unfold around us. By persevering through trials, we allow our weaknesses to dissolve, uncovering the genuine essence of our humanity. Living in accord with divine principles allows life to unfold without hindrance from our inner turmoil. Join us as we explore this path, drawing insights from C.S. Lewis, whose reflections echo these timeless truths. Lewis emphasized the importance of perseverance and virtue in his writings, urging us to seek the deeper meaning in life's challenges. As we delve into these teachings, remember, the journey requires your commitment. Stay with us until the end, for one of these insights could ignite a transformation in your life. Principle 1. Strong purpose. Lewis wrote that difficulties reveal our character, and the more significant the challenge, the greater our opportunity for glory in overcoming it. Great pilots earn their reputation through storms. This notion isn't just philosophy, it's a challenge to embrace action. When you define your purpose clearly, the surrounding world diminishes, turning monumental challenges into manageable steps. The strength you discover through this process becomes unassailable. A steadfast purpose doesn't happen by accident. It is shaped by profound contemplation on what is truly important to you, beyond career ambitions or personal milestones, but also the values you aspire to embody throughout your life. Once that purpose is ingrained in your heart, the next step is to pledge yourself to defend and cultivate it with diligence and perseverance. The teachings of the Bible guide us in forming steadfast commitments that fortify our resolve during challenges. A resolute purpose acts like a lighthouse cutting through darkness, offering guidance and stability for our souls. As life throws us into chaotic storms, a deep-rooted purpose serves as our lifeline, preventing us from succumbing to the tumult of our emotions in dire situations. Ultimately, these convictions are not mere suggestions. They are the key to unlocking profound mental strength and the resilience necessary to confront and surmount any trial. This concept aligns closely with the teachings of C.S. Lewis, who emphasized the importance of willpower and firm intention in navigating life's tribulations. Lewis noted, "You can make anything by writing," which resonates with the biblical wisdom found in Proverbs 16 verse 3. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. Just as we would never consider surrendering our bodies to a stranger, we often relinquish control of our minds to fleeting thoughts and harmful influences. Accepting the opinions of others can easily compromise our peace and happiness. While it's natural to feel hurt when insulted, we possess the ability to choose our reactions, as both the scriptures and Lewis teach us. Our emotions stem from our thoughts, and cultivating a mindset of patience and self-awareness can empower us in times of distress. Instead of allowing hurt to dictate our actions, we can view these moments as chances to strengthen our character and discipline. We can start with small, daily goals to build self-assurance and focus on the present, deepening our emotional insight. Consider a baker who dedicates time to perfecting their craft, remaining unfazed by praise or criticism. This baker embodies resilience, illustrating that external judgments do not dictate their worth or process. Through patience and control, the baker not only hones their skills but finds genuine freedom and tranquility, rising above disapproval. The teachings of both the Bible and C.S. Lewis provide us with powerful tools to face and conquer the everyday challenges that life presents. As we navigate through the trials of life, it's essential to learn how to govern our thoughts and handle our emotions with maturity. In the unpredictable world we live in, true peace and freedom can be discovered even amidst chaos. While we cannot escape the judgments and gossip of others, we must reflect on what truly defines us. Is it the harmful words of others, or is it our inner resilience and tranquility? Take a moment to pause and join us as we delve into this profound principle. This journey is not merely about how we respond to negative remarks. It serves as a vital lesson in achieving spiritual freedom, liberation from the bondage of public opinion. Let us explore key truths found in biblical teachings. The scripture reminds us in Proverbs 18, verse 21, "The tongue has the power of life and death, and those who love it will eat its fruit." Although someone may speak ill of us, we are reminded that we cannot control others' opinions or actions. Rather, we can only manage our own responses. This echoes the wisdom of C.S. Lewis, who emphasized the importance of not dwelling on the judgments of others, but focusing on our own character and intentions. In a world filled with varied perspectives and values, we are called to embrace Christ's teaching. Love your enemies, Matthew 5, verse 44. This encourages us to be patient and open-hearted, even when confronted with stark disagreements. To rise above the noise of external criticism, we must cultivate a profound understanding of ourselves, including our motivations and the values we hold dear. When we have clarity about the choices we make and the reasons behind them, the negative words from others lose their sting. To effectively manage insults and differences in opinion, we need to embody patience and gentleness. Patience enables us to remain calm and thoughtful rather than reacting impulsively. Gentleness fosters healthy relationships, even in disagreement. The lives of the saints and ascetics provide powerful examples. They faced adversity and insults with grace and kindness, steadfastly holding to their convictions. When we focus on our own growth and resilience in challenges, we not only enhance our personal lives, but also inspire those around us. Remember, true strength lies not in attempting to control the thoughts or words of others, but in maintaining agency over how we let those words affect us. We invite you to share your experiences with negativity and how you've applied these biblical principles in your life. Your insights are welcome in the comments below. Your journey can serve as a beacon of hope and encouragement for others. Let's explore a significant principle: the power of perception in handling insults and offense. The Bible teaches us in Proverbs 18:21 that the tongue has the power of life and death, reminding us that it is not merely the words we hear that impact us, but rather our interpretation and response to them. Consider a scenario in a meeting where you share your thoughts and a colleague vehemently disagrees. Instead of letting emotions take over, you can pause, breathe deeply, and reflect. Ask yourself, could this be a chance to see the issue from a different viewpoint? By doing this, instead of losing your composure, you may expand your understanding and strengthen your resolve. Imagine, too, a conversation with a close friend where you face criticism about a personal decision. Rather than feeling wounded, take a moment to contemplate the feedback. You might realize that, although the delivery might have been harsh, the intent behind it was to encourage reevaluation and growth. This is akin to finding light in dark moments, a vital lesson about resilience that C.S. Lewis often emphasized. Lewis spoke about facing challenges as opportunities for spiritual and personal development. He noted that true courage doesn't manifest in the absence of difficulties, but in our determination to confront them head-on. Every trial holds a chance to cultivate strength and fortitude within us. Fear and shame can often ensnare us, making us feel trapped. We may find ourselves acting contrary to our desires just for validation or acceptance. However, like Lewis, we can acknowledge that it is we who assign meaning to our experiences. Instead of allowing external circumstances to dictate our self-worth, we can choose to align our responses with our values and beliefs. In embracing this understanding, may we transform fear and shame into catalysts for growth, embracing Christ's teachings that invite us to seek strength through faith and wisdom. In this path, we learn to rise beyond offense and find peace. In the teachings of the Bible, we are encouraged to confront our fears with courage and to cultivate self-control, transforming shame into strength. This journey leads us back to our true selves, allowing us to rediscover the intrinsic value and significance of life within every moment. As Ecclesiastes 3:1 reminds us, "To everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven." This verse speaks to the importance of recognizing the cycles of life and the moments to embrace joy instead of sorrow. C.S. Lewis also echoes this sentiment, suggesting that true happiness comes from within. He teaches that placing our self-worth on external factors opens us to fear and shame. Instead, focusing on growth, wisdom, and spiritual freedom leads to profound inner peace. In Lewis's works, he often emphasizes that facing life's challenges with integrity not only liberates us, but also serves as an inspiration for those around us. Ultimately, our fears and doubts, much like the Stoic philosophy of Epictetus, invite us to seek a meaningful existence. By facing and overcoming our fears, we become catalysts of hope and empowerment for others. As we explore the concept of embracing challenges in our personal growth, we'll learn to anticipate difficulties and use them as a springboard toward becoming our best selves. This proactive mindset, rather than a passive reaction to obstacles, is echoed throughout Scripture and reinforced by Lewis's insights. Imagine a runner training for a marathon. Acknowledging potential hurdles such as unfavorable weather or injuries doesn't deter her. Instead, it equips her to plan effectively without succumbing to anxiety. This approach reflects the biblical wisdom of preparedness and resilience, aligning closely with Lewis's teachings on the importance of personal action in the face of adversity. As we continue this discussion, I want to express my heartfelt appreciation to each of you for joining us today. Your engagement is a tremendous encouragement to both me and the team. If you find these insights helpful, please consider sharing this message with others. Your support not only enables us to keep creating meaningful content, but also helps spread the foundational principles of faith and personal growth further into our communities. As we delve into the teachings of the Bible and reflect on the insights of C.S. Lewis, we recognize the importance of preparation in the face of life's challenges. Just like an athlete who adjusts her training to meet various weather conditions, we too are invited to prepare our hearts and minds for life's uncertainties. When storms arise, whether in the form of unexpected trials or emotional turbulence, remaining steadfast is a testament to our resilience. The Bible encourages us in Philippians 4:6-7, saying, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God." This verse reminds us that anticipating challenges fosters a harmonious relationship between our emotions and our rational minds. By planning ahead, we cultivate a sense of readiness and confidence that allows us to navigate the peaks and valleys of life with poise. In his writings, C.S. Lewis emphasized that while we may not be able to control the circumstances around us, we possess the power to determine our reactions. He suggested that true strength lies not in the absence of conflict, but in our ability to respond with grace and courage. This perspective liberates us, enabling us to view adversity as an opportunity for growth rather than a burden. We often face criticism that may sting, leading to feelings of betrayal. Yet, the teachings of Stoicism echo the wisdom in Scripture. Although our initial feelings are valid, we hold the authority over our responses. The challenge then becomes how to apply this principle in our daily lives. Firstly, remember that you have the freedom to choose your response to critique. Acknowledging your feelings does not imply weakness. Rather, it highlights the strength found in conscious emotional management. Secondly, inner strength in Christianity often manifests through faith and the power of prayer, offering us peace amidst tribulation. Lastly, we are called to practice forgiveness, emulating Jesus, who forgave even in the face of great suffering. This act not only lightens our burdens, but fosters reconciliation and love in our lives. Ultimately, this is not a call to be indifferent or to avoid discomfort. It is a profound reminder of the power and liberation that comes from how we confront life's challenges. By embracing these principles, not merely in difficult times, but throughout our existence, we draw nearer to the peace and strength that faith offers, reflecting the profound wisdom found in both Scripture and the teachings of C.S. Lewis. Script, the teachings of the Bible, and C.S. Lewis on self-restraint and acceptance. Welcome, everyone. Today, we delve into the profound teachings of the Bible and the insights of C.S. Lewis as we explore the principles of self-restraint and acceptance. The Bible urges us towards self-control and wisdom, as highlighted in Proverbs 16, verse 32, which states, "Better a patient person than a warrior, those with self-control than those who take a city." Here, we learn that true strength is not in reacting impulsively, but in exercising patience and thoughtfulness in our actions. C.S. Lewis echoes this sentiment throughout his writings. He asserts that self-restraint is a vital aspect of spiritual growth. In his book, Mere Christianity, he discusses how our actions often stem from our emotions, which can lead us astray if we do not choose our responses carefully. Let's consider a scenario. You find yourself at a meeting where a colleague challenges your ideas rather harshly. Your first instinct might be to retaliate with anger or defensiveness, but here lies the opportunity to embody the biblical principle of self-control. Instead of reacting to your emotions, take a moment to breathe and reflect. Allow yourself to acknowledge those initial feelings: anger, disappointment, frustration. As C.S. Lewis would advise, don't let them dictate your response. Instead, respond with wisdom. You might say, "I appreciate your perspective," thus creating a constructive dialogue rather than a confrontation. This restraint not only helps you evade negative outcomes, but showcases maturity and a deep understanding of the situation. In today's world, where quick reactions are often deemed strong, the Bible encourages us to consider when anger may lead to nothing but chaos. True strength, as both the scriptures and Lewis teach us, lies within mastering oneself. So how can we implement this principle in our daily lives? First, recognize your feelings without judgment, allowing yourself to feel without acting hastily. Second, take a moment to pause. Ask yourself, is my intended response rooted in reason? Third, engage in self-reflection. Does this action stem from understanding and insight? Lastly, act with mindfulness, choosing to respond in a manner that reflects both the situation's context and the wisdom you've embraced. By exercising self-restraint, you not only manage your emotions effectively, but also navigate life's challenges with grace. This journey of self-mastery not only enriches your life, but also shapes you into a resilient individual, steadfast amidst the trials we face. And finally, let's touch on the principle of acceptance. Imagine you're on a long journey and suddenly realize you're lost. Instead of succumbing to anger or anxiety, what if you accepted the reality of the situation? Acceptance, as taught in the Bible, helps us to hold on to hope and faith in God's plan even when things don't go our way. C.S. Lewis encourages the same mindset. He believed that accepting our circumstances opens the door to greater peace and understanding. Are you ready to embrace these teachings and become a better version of yourself? Share your journey by commenting, "I'm ready," below. Thank you for joining us today as we reflect on the transformative lessons of the Bible and C.S. Lewis. Title: The Power of Acceptance and Living in Harmony with God's Teachings. Acceptance is a powerful concept rooted deeply in biblical teachings. When we find ourselves lost or confused, the first step is to acknowledge our reality, a practice encouraged by the Scriptures. Philippians 4:6-7 reminds us, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God." Recognizing that worry will not change our circumstances is essential. Instead, we can turn to God for guidance and strength. To truly harness the power of acceptance, consider these 5 approaches. 1. Recognize your emotions. When faced with trials, take a moment to reflect on the feelings of fear, sadness, or frustration you may be experiencing. By acknowledging these emotions, as the psalmist advises in Psalm 42:5, "Why, my soul, are you downcast? Why so disturbed within me?" we pave the way for acceptance. 2. Understand the situation. Analyze the challenges you face, identifying which aspects are beyond your control and which you can influence. This process is reminiscent of C.S. Lewis's teachings on facing our struggles with clarity and courage, guiding us in our journey toward faithful action. 3. Redirect your energy. Instead of fixating on the things you cannot change, focus your efforts on positive, transformative actions. As Lewis aptly put it, sometimes the very act of engaging in goodness amidst chaos brings about a powerful shift in our hearts. 4. Seek meaning. Each challenge offers a lesson and an opportunity for growth. Romans 5:3-4 encourages us to rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that they produce perseverance, character, and hope. Embrace each situation as a chance to deepen your faith and understanding. 5. Practice gratitude. Regardless of the circumstances, always seek something for which to be thankful. Gratitude opens our hearts, helping us find God's light even in the darkest moments. Lewis himself emphasized the importance of acknowledgement. Recognizing God's gifts helps sustain our souls and nurtures our well-being. By embracing the power of acceptance through these practices, we not only learn to navigate life's challenges with grace, but also cultivate a profound sense of peace and joy in our everyday lives. Living in accordance with God's will aligns with C.S. Lewis's belief that true happiness arises from knowing our place in His creation. Let us strive to accept our circumstances with faith and live harmoniously with both the world around us and the Spirit within us. In our lives, every experience and circumstance is imbued with purpose, and embracing these realities with grace can help us withstand life's inevitable changes. We are called to cultivate our minds to perceive situations with clarity and acceptance. This acceptance does not equate to surrender or apathy. Instead, it invites us to find joy even within the bounds set by our existence. The scriptures teach in Philippians 4:11-13, where Paul shares, "I have learned to be content whatever the circumstances. I can do all this through Him who gives me strength." This wisdom encourages us to shift our focus from seeking external validation or material gains to discovering serenity in the simple joys of life, aligning with our true essence as intended by God. C.S. Lewis echoed similar sentiments, emphasizing that true fulfillment is found not in fleeting pleasures, but in aligning ourselves with divine truth and purpose. He suggested that this pursuit of a deeper understanding and acceptance leads to genuine freedom and joy. By applying these biblical teachings and Lewis insights to our daily lives, we cultivate inner peace and resilience, making us less susceptible to life's trials. As we embark on this transformative journey, let us commit to living a harmonious and meaningful existence. The exploration of faith and the application of biblical principles is an enriching path, one that not only guides us through life's turbulent moments, but also strengthens our spirits against adversity. We invite you to join this dialogue. Do you have questions or difficulties in applying these teachings? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. Your insights are invaluable, helping our community flourish together. Remember to like and share this message with others who may find strength in biblical wisdom, and subscribe for more teachings that inspire steadfastness and resilience. Together, let's continue this journey towards self-improvement and a deeper relationship with our Creator. Every day and every step we take brings us closer to a life that reflects God's goodness and grace.